Hi everyone, and welcome to the Render Media vlog, where we talk everything business and marketing. With me today, I have Dr. Claudia Machiella, the director at the Center for Health. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now let's start from the beginning. Tell us all about your journey and how you got into the health and wellness industry.
It's so interesting because since I was about 13, I have always wanted to be a chiropractor. It's an interesting story. So when I was in elementary school, we had like a career day. And it was interesting because one of the people presenting was a chiropractor. And I remember she came with the spine. I found it so fascinating. She talked about how everything was so connected and adjusting joints and keeping the spine line could really improve somebody's health. I was sold. So ever since that day, grade 8, I remember it was like a spring day, and that has been my goal. That has been my mission to be a chiropractor. I thought it was fascinating, and I knew that I could be a really good chiropractor because I was able to encompass health and healing and the healing modalities that our body innately already has.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
And now you're much more than just a chiropractor. You're a business owner as well, and a very successful one, I might add. When did you decide you wanted to not only become a chiropractor, but also go into business for yourself?
So understanding that there is a real need in the healthcare system for paramedical services, right? So it's not that we don't need physicians, it's not that we don't need other things, but when you become a chiropractor, essentially you become a business person. Because you have to educate, you have to teach, you have to let people know that health is not just about visiting the doctor or having an emergency that is going to be the impetus for you to improve your health. It's going to be about the proactive type of care. So in doing that, I had to start a business. I had to educate, I had to teach, I had to educate my staff, other providers that are coming in. It just became second nature for me. I knew that if I was going to do this and I was willing to do it, that I had to create a business model that was going to propel me into, 2020 and so on and so forth.
Sounds very natural.
Yeah, it was good.
And now let's fast forward to today.
Okay.
You are the director at the Center for Health. Mm-hmm. How did you end up at that company, starting that company? Describe the whole journey to us.
Okay, so when I first graduated, I started a practice. I associated with somebody down in the city. And it was a great experience, but there was I started doing my market research and actually my husband, who's my business partner, we saw that there was a real need in the city of Vaughan. So we saw that it was lacking, the community was just building. We're looking at 20 years ago. So things were a lot different in Vaughan 20 years ago. So we decided that we were gonna start a practice in a community where we could live, raise a family, and provide health and wellness to everybody. And that's exactly what we did. So we started a practice, and I started off part-time here, and then it got busy very quickly because people started to see the real benefit of coming in all the time for regular treatments. So they weren't just reacting to an emergency situation where they had an injury, it was about the wellness component. So we quickly brought in massage therapists, physiotherapists, we now have naturopathy, we have chiropody, we have everything under one umbrella. And that's the way to give people the option to live the best balanced life.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
And now you mentioned a very important fact. Your business partner is your husband.
Yep.
So that in itself is very unique. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us some of the pros that come with having your business partner as your husband as well?
So there are many pros. There are a few cons, but you kind of learn to work through those.
We won't get into the cons.
Yeah.
We'll just focus
we'll
on
avoid the cons.
Just the pros today.
Especially if he's listening. The cons are that we are a team, right? So we are in this for the same reason, for the right reason. This is our life, this is our livelihood. So we always have each other's best interests at heart. So in developing and building our business, we understood that because we have our own family, that the people we bring into our team, we're there to help support them. We're there to help them live their best life. And that's why it works, because we support each other, and in that we support our staff.
Sounds very positive.
Yeah, it is. It's the only way to be. And I think that's what drove me to continue to grow. We have 2 practices in Vaughan. We have a third kind of practice, but it's in an automotive company. So we are exclusive. We provide on-site care, which is something we don't really talk about and advertise because it's very low key and it's
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you see, there you go. And it's great because the employees are line workers. So we teach them about chronic pain and like repetitive strain injuries, and we've educated the company as well on how to treat their staff and how to make sure that they're getting the best possible care for their bodies that are constantly moving. It's been an amazing journey and it's been a great experience.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And now let's talk more about that journey, that experience. So along the way, you've probably had lots of ups and downs.
Yeah.
What is a major milestone that really stands out to you as far as being monumental to your success today?
So I think it was when I started to realize that people really saw value in what I had to say, what I do for them, and in teaching them about living well. Right? It's because what I do as a chiropractor is very, very minimal. So anybody can administer an adjustment if you're good at it, if you know how to do it, if you graduate. An adjustment is the easy part. But what we do at our centers is we teach people about the balance of life. So how to eat well, how to sleep well, how to manage your stress, which is something we're all dealing with right now at this time of the year, and also about the maintenance, keeping the body moving. So movement is really key in our clinics. So we teach people about daily stretching, about taking certain supplements that are going to enhance your well-being. So it's not just about coming in, getting an adjustment, it's a lifestyle.
Absolutely, and I can attest to that too as a client of yours. Yep. It sounds like you're setting up people for success. You're not just having them come in and keeping them in, you're actually trying to allow them to learn and go on and do it on their own.
Yep.
Which is very important.
That's the key. So I tell everybody, our bodies are brilliant. Our bodies have the innate ability to heal themselves. All I am is a vessel. I just teach you, listen to your body, what does your body need? And in learning that about people and realizing that, wow, people would come back and say, wow, I feel fantastic. I was able to run again. I was able to learn to ride a bike. I was able to go for a 2-hour walk. That to me is what this is all about for me, is learning that I can actually help people and make a difference in people's lives.
Very true, very true. And now let's talk about your future. I mean,
Yes.
You're doing a lot. So maybe let's talk about, first off, all the other things you have going on. You have a
Sure.
show,
Yep.
you're getting very involved in the television world as well. Tell us all about
Yes, this is such an exciting part of what I have going on in my life right now. I am beyond grateful for this opportunity, and I always commit to everything I do. And this to me is just an experience that I'm so grateful for. It is a platform for me to express everything that I know, everything that I believe, and to give people the opportunity to hear what I have to say. Right? So It's an opportunity for me to show the world what is it that is gonna make you live your best life, right? Because that's essentially why we're here. Why else are we here if we're not able to live well, be happy, learn to manage stress? Stress is something you're gonna have every day on a certain level, but how are we going to learn to help people cope with that? So I'm creating a platform of unity, of solidarity, of health and wellness, and I just absolutely love it. I'm so blessed.
We love it too. I've been following along, and like you
Excellent.
said, stress and anxiety is becoming a normal part of life in our society. So it's very important to have individuals like yourself to guide people through that. For
Right.
Sure.
And it's not abnormal to feel overwhelmed. And if your health is optimal, if you're feeling your best physically, then the mental part of what you're feeling is going to kind of collide nicely. So everybody has a stressful day, but if you're feeling healthy, your organs are operating, your body is moving well, then you're going to be able to cope and manage that stress. And that's my mission, right? My mission between my clinics, the healthcare model that I've created at my office, and also my new radio show, that's the mission.
Very good, very good. And now let's talk about the future.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What can we look forward to in the future for not only your business, the Center for Health, but also the Dr. Claudia Machiella brand?
So I have decided that 2020 is my year, okay? My year to really just forge ahead. I've kind of mastered the whole clinic thing. My husband and I are looking to open up another location just because there's a demand, there's a need, and why not? I mean, we know how to do it. I'm going to be more involved in the radio, and I actually am going to start putting out some more videos on health and wellness. I'm putting a team together myself that is going to help me produce those videos so that we can talk about the simple things in life. the 3-second stretch that's going to help alleviate your back, how to sleep better, because sleep is important. So those are the things that I'm really going to focus on in the new year, is just expanding my platform and starbursting all of my knowledge to everybody.
Amazing. So you're giving back too.
Yes, yeah, and that's the other thing. I want to do a lot more work with various charities. As you know, I already do a lot of work with Waves of Changes for autism. Autism is really dear to my heart, not because I have anybody in my family who has autistic kids or my own children, but that's just the point. The point is, my kids don't have those needs, and I want to be able to help any child that I can to integrate, to feel welcome, and to feel like they are part of a group or a community.
Amazing. That is truly incredible.
Thank you.
We could talk for a very long time.
Yep.
There's so much more I want to learn, but we'll definitely have you on again next time.
Sure.
We'll check in with you along the way to hear of the progress and all of these initiatives you have coming up. Truly very exciting.
It's exciting for me as well.
Thank you again for coming on. Really appreciate it. Everyone, Dr. Claudia Machiella, the director at the Center for Health. Tune in next time.